Zillow Gone Wild is back for season 2. What can viewers look forward to in this installment?
We got a whole nother season of crazy houses. We saw 30 houses this season all over the country. I got to go to some fun places that I've never been to before. I've never been to Taos, New Mexico. I've never been to Tucson, Arizona. And each house was so unique and different from the one before it. In Pennsylvania, we see a house that looks like a shoe.
Hello, Naomi Jack.
Hi.
How are you?
Great to meet you.
What is this?
It is the Shoe House. My name's Naomi, and my husband Waylon and I own the Shoe House.
Did you build this?
In San Juan Capistrano, we see this Spanish hacienda that looks like you're walking into some sort of like fairy tale. Hummingbirds, fruit trees. It looks like the Garden of Eden. So yeah, 30 houses.
The series is based on the popular Instagram handle, but you've really become the face of Zillow Gone Wild. Are people approaching you on the street with their own properties or wild places they've seen?
Nobody's really submitting their own properties because they know I'm just a walking cartoon. But I do gotta say, it has been so impressive to see the response to this show. People I would not expect who are like, I love your real estate show. And I'm as surprised as anybody. I was like, I didn't really picture myself hosting a home show, and here I am, and people are liking it. I love that kids are watching this show because I've always enjoyed children's programming, but that's mostly animation, so this has been an unexpected delight.
Are you into home renovation? Have you taken any inspiration from what you've seen and put it towards your own home?
I am not into home renovation. I love my house, but I love it so much that I did not change a thing when I bought it. I bought the furniture with the house. I have not painted it. I've not knocked down any walls. The only thing I've done is really just bring in some plants. And that takes some thought. But really and truly, like, I don't necessarily have an eye for that. But, you know, the older you get, you're like, oh, I know what I like when I see it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm not a reno guy.
Do you have any clue what you're walking into when you tour a house, or do you go in blind?
My only assignment for each house is to not do homework. And if that's your homework assignment, you just say yes. You're like, okay. This reminds me of high school.
Each episode is really by region. So when you're traveling from house to house, how do you do it? By caravan, by bus?
By camel. No, we... you know, when you're seeing 30 houses all over the country, it's a logistical nightmare. But they do have down to a science. Well, they'll fly us to one location, and so let's say we're in Florida. We go to Sarasota today, Orlando tomorrow, Hollywood, Florida the next. So they try to consolidate it in that regard. But it's kind of a skeleton crew. I think there's like 8 people total, and so everybody's wearing a lot of hats and being patient with each other, but we get it done. And also, these people, these homeowners, are allowing us to bring a camera crew into their space. So I'm very grateful for that they're being so vulnerable with us. So we want to put our best foot forward, and so everybody's on their best behavior.
I think in a world where people can be judgmental, you've really created a safe space with Zillow Gone Wild. What does it mean for you that people trust you enough to open themselves up?
That's actually very, very important to me. When HGTV first approached me with the idea for this show, I was like, I mean, I'm listening. I knew that they wanted a comedian. I was like, but please no, I'm not cynical, I'm not snarky, I'm not here to tear anything down or you know, make fun or humiliate or anything like that. And they were like, perfect, that's exactly what we want. We want this to be positive and celebratory and exploratory, and it feels good for me to do that, and I really love seeing the response for people. It's very easy viewing, and so I'm very okay with that too.
Is there a house this season that you're really excited for people to see?
Yes. There's a house in Tucson, Arizona that's made almost entirely of glass bottles.
On the outside structure itself, everything is made out of recycled products.
Hey!
So it's pounded tires with dirt and aluminum cans and bottles.
Why? Is that rude? Why are you living in a junk house?
Tell me why you live garbage. It's important.
You're gonna be a handful, I can tell.
It took forever to build, and it is just a wonder of recycling science, really. We had the best time touring that one, and it was just fun. All of these have been fun. None of this has been a chore for me. So there are many days where I'm like, I can't believe this is my job. Because also, like, I love seeing people's houses even just as a human, which I am. I know y'all don't know it for sure.
Well, in addition to Zillow Gone Wild, you are booked and busy. You just had a fun recurring cameo on Murderbot as part of the fictional crew of The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. Yeah. I know you're pals with Alexander Skarsgård. Did he help you get the role on the series?
He is the sole reason I had the role on the series. Alexander Skarsgård is the star of Murderbot on Apple TV. This one little segment is this, fantasy soap opera called Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon, Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. And when they were developing the series, Alex was like, oh yeah, I'm friends with Jack McBrayer, you should put him in that. And they were like, okay. And so yeah, be friends with famous people. They'll get you jobs. Nepo baby, meow meow meow.
Well, let's say Apple TV Plus was planning a spin-off series focused solely on the rise and fall of Sanctuary Moon. What would you want for your character?
Bigger wig. No, we all look ridiculous, but like I would be curious, like, oh, do we get different looks? Y'all gotta watch this show. It looks like I have a little bird nest on my head. I mean, more so than today. But it's so fun to be a part of a fantasy series that like anything could happen. So yeah, bigger wigs.
And you also appeared on an episode of Grey's Anatomy season 21 as a patient who had an awake surgery.
Foregoing traditional anesthesia can expedite recovery as well as reduce one's hospital stay, which ultimately could save the healthcare system billions.
Miss Griffith.
And I can keep an eye on my surgical team. Is he prepared?
Oh, Dr. Adams is new to the case, but I assure you he's a quick study. 10 blade.
Wait. Are you sure everything has been sterilized well enough?
We got you. You can relax.
How did that come to pass?
Right? Like, in what world would Jack McBrayer be on Grey's Anatomy? Things just happen. You just stick around long enough in Hollywood, you're going to be on Grey's Anatomy. Also, 21 years, they might have just run out of actors. But what was very special for me about that episode is I'm friends with Scott Speedman, who played my surgeon. So I'm sitting there all day, like strapped to a gurney, but just doing bits with Scott Speedman all day as he pretends to remove my kidney. That's Hollywood.
Next October is the 20th anniversary of the 30 Rock premiere. Can you believe it?
Yes. I really can't, because I mean, it was such, a special time in my life. And I mean, I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for my time on 30 Rock. I stay in touch with all those ding-dongs, and I mean, I owe a great deal to Tina Fey. So yeah, that changed everything.
And 30 Rock is right across the street. I have to ask, when you happen to go to NBC, are you treated like royalty by the pages there?
Well, I kind of muscle my way in. If I see a tour happen, I just lean in and say, hey. It's so funny because like I started that show when I was 33, which already is like a decade older than regular pages. So it was like, here comes this old man with his bird nest hair going, I used to play a page on a show based on this building. It's like, uh-oh, Grandpa didn't take his medicine. But it's a treat. I'm going to go to 30 Rock today, and I mean, it kind of just still smells the same. So it'll be fun to be back in my old stomping grounds.